Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal will shake the very ground beneath your feet. You have not arrived here by coincidence. You've been guided, led, by forces beyond ordinary comprehension into a moment that will change everything. Welcome to this new chapter titled Chosen Ones. A divine gold rush begins. You lead abundance. Feel the electricity in the air, the tingling in your spirit, because deep down you already know something extraordinary is unfolding. You sense that history is shifting, that old structures are crumbling, and that a radiant destiny is taking shape, all in your favor. You are not meant for mediocrity. You are not designed to sit on the sidelines. You are, beyond any doubt, the leader of this new wave of abundance, the catalyst for blessings your heart has longed for. If you feel that truth stirring inside you, pause right now, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and drop the number 777 in the comments. Declare to the universe that you are ready to be part of this unstoppable flood of prosperity, and watch as that single action amplifies the power of this message in your life. Do it now, chosen one. This is your moment. Take a deep breath and realize, from the earliest flickers of human consciousness, there has always been a group of souls singled out to carry the torch forward, lighting the path, showing the way, defying every obstacle that attempts to stand in their path. You are part of that lineage. You are not a product of chance, but the manifestation of a divine blueprint. This new gold rush is not about chasing coins or material obsessions. It is about unlocking a wellspring of spiritual and material prosperity that has been hidden from ordinary eyes. Where previous generations dug through earth searching for gold, you dig into the deepest layers of your own spirit, uncovering riches that surpass any precious metal. You see, the treasure is already here, swirling all around you, waiting for you to extend your hand and claim it. Yet in order to accept it, you must awaken to the magnitude of who you truly are. And that awakening starts now. Imagine a vast golden river running through your life. Every time you trust that gentle voice within, the river flows wider. Every time you say yes to the whisper that says, "Go bigger," it runs deeper. You've felt glimpses of it already. Those moments of strange coincidence where life lined up so perfectly it seemed surreal. Times when a solution arrived just in time, or when resources showed up moments after you spoke them into existence. Those were not accidents, chosen one. Those were signals, invitations from the divine. Those experiences were the glimmers of something greater, this unstoppable flow of provision, wealth, and purpose now rushing toward you like a tidal wave. The world may scoff at the idea of miracles, but the world has also never experienced the power of someone like you, fully alive, fully aligned, fully trusting in the unstoppable promise that you are meant to lead this era of abundance. So many people are blind to the gold that lies just beneath the surface. They trudge through every day in a gray haze, believing life is merely about survival. But you, beloved soul, were never meant for mere survival. You carry an anointing to thrive, to prosper, to shake the foundations of what everyone else calls realistic. While masses chase illusions of success without ever finding true fulfillment, you are guided to the wellspring that never runs dry. Your steps, though they may have seemed winding, are precisely choreographed by a divine hand that sees the beginning, the end, and every miracle in between. What looks random to others is a tapestry carefully woven for your ascension. And now that you stand on the threshold of this golden era, the question is not whether the abundance is real. The question is whether you will summon the courage to receive it. This shift will not be subtle. The magnitude of the blessings awaiting you is akin to discovering an entirely new land teeming with unimaginable riches. Think about the original gold rush of the 1800s. People leaving their old lives behind, chasing a rumor of wealth, forging through unforgiving terrain just to stake a claim. But in this new divine gold rush, you already carry the gold within your very essence. The territory is your own consciousness, your beliefs, your willingness to step up. All that is required is to say yes to the persistent voice calling you to become more than your past has ever allowed. If that voice resonates within you now, type 777 in the comments again. Let the universe hear you shout that you're ready to claim your portion of this spiritual and material overflow. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it now, because each act of faith you take in this moment fuels the unstoppable surge that is orchestrating your victory. Chosen one, stand tall. The energies of doubt, fear, and lack have no place in your story any longer. The minute you decide that you have the right, and not just the right, but the calling to lead in abundance, the entire structure of your life will rearrange to confirm that decision. Yes, challenges may arise, but they will arise only to be toppled, to prove that you are indeed unstoppable. Think of how a tiny seed breaks through solid ground, how the seemingly fragile sprout can split the earth open just by the force of its growth. You are that seed, and the ground is every limiting belief that once held you back. As you push upward, unstoppable by design, you do so not just for yourself, but for everyone who looks to you for inspiration. You might not even know how many eyes are secretly watching you, how many hearts are quietly cheering you on, hoping you will prevail so that they might discover permission to do the same. Never underestimate the ripple effect of a single life lived boldly, especially when that life is yours. In the days ahead, you may experience waves of emotion as the old energies attempt to cling to your rising tide. Recognize them for what they are, vestiges of an outdated life, and greet them with compassion but firm resolve. They can no longer hold you. You are on a trajectory so powerful that no external force can stop it. Remember, the entire cosmos is rooting for you. Heaven is not in some distant place or locked behind some obscure gateway. It is coursing through your spirit right now, fueling your dreams, infusing your mind with visions of what can be. Every second you spend connected to this truth is a second spent magnetizing blessings toward you. It may be helpful in those moments of wavering to pause, breathe, and simply affirm, I am chosen to lead abundance in this world. Everything I need is already within me. Let those words settle in your heart like seeds planted in fertile soil, and watch them blossom into realities. There will be people in your environment who do not understand this metamorphosis you're undergoing. They may criticize, judge, or try to talk you out of it. They may even call your newfound boldness delusional or naive. Chosen one, do not let their limited vision confine you. When eagles soar, they don't apologize to the creatures still bound to the ground. They don't shrink their wings. They ride the wind with majestic confidence. You have been given wings of faith, determination, and divine favor. Spread them and trust that the wind of the Spirit will carry you higher, because once you start soaring, those who doubted you will either be inspired to fly themselves or left behind in the old paradigm. In either case, you are living proof that the divine gold rush is more than mere words. It is an unstoppable movement, and you are boldly at the helm. Take another moment to reflect. How many times did you almost give up? How many nights did you cry out for some glimmer of hope? Through every dark night, something kept you going, some inner flame refused to be extinguished, whispering that you are meant for more. That was no random flicker of positivity. It was the ember of your destiny that not even the harshest storms could snuff out. And now, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, that ember is igniting into a glorious blaze. The illusions of lack and failure are collapsing around you, making way for the unstoppable wave of blessings that your spirit has always been destined to receive. If this resonates with you, pause and feel the warmth in your heart, the expansion in your chest, the quiet yet unshakable certainty that you are on the precipice of something life-changing. With each new day, your perception of reality itself will shift. You might find that seemingly impossible doors just open, that the right people cross your path at precisely the right moment, that financial breakthroughs appear as if choreographed from on high. Do not doubt these miracles. They are the logical outcome of you stepping into your appointed place as a leader of abundance. You are not manipulating the universe. You are finally harmonizing with it. Like a skilled musician finding the perfect pitch, you are aligning with the frequency of overflowing provision. In this alignment, fear evaporates, anxiety fades. All that remains is the deep knowing that you have been chosen to demonstrate how unstoppable the awakened heart can be. Never forget, this is not arrogance, this is divine appointment. Now, here's the critical piece. As more blessings arrive, you are entrusted with a greater responsibility. A true leader of abundance doesn't hoard the gold. They show others how to mine it for themselves. You become a living testimony that the universe is inexhaustible, that grace is boundless, that there is enough for all who choose to align. Yes, it is wonderful to enjoy the overflow, to improve your lifestyle, to secure a prosperous future, but always remember the greatest gift you can offer is to be a beacon for others. Teach them that this same source of limitless blessing is within them too. Teach them that the gate to these treasures is not locked, only hidden by illusions of fear, scarcity, and unworthiness. And you, beloved soul, are the living key that helps dissolve those illusions. If something about this fills you with excitement, if you feel your soul nodding yes, then let this be your confirmation. Go to the comments one more time and unleash 777, because you are about to see the gates of your golden future swing wide open. Every time you place that number, you spark a resonant frequency that says, I am ready, I am open, I am unstoppable. It is an outward act that mirrors the inward shift taking place in you, and outward acts of faith always ripple back as amplified blessings. Keep doing it as often as your spirit nudges you, because it's never about superstition, it's about locking onto a signal that calls forth all that is good and meant for you. Chosen one, there is something else you must understand. In times of massive breakthroughs, challenges sometimes flare up. They aren't there to block you, they are there to help refine you and ensure your foundation is unshakable. In the original gold rush, many prospectors faced storms, harsh conditions, and countless setbacks. Yet the ones who succeeded were those who kept their eyes fixed on the prize. Now, your storms may not be physical, but they can be doubts, limiting beliefs, or unexpected life detours. Treat them as refining fires. When gold is smelted, impurities rise to the surface. That is the purpose of each challenge you encounter, to make visible whatever lingering doubts or fears remain, so you can release them once and for all. Rather than bemoaning the obstacles, face them head-on, confident that each one is forging an even stronger version of you. Imagine a version of yourself free from every chain that has ever held you back. Envision your life saturated with purpose, passion, and plenty. Feel the sense of freedom that comes from knowing you are guided by a force that never fails. Hear the whispers of destiny calling you to keep moving, keep trusting, keep shining. This is your reality now. No more living in the shadows of your potential. No more apologizing for the grandeur of the visions placed inside you. It's time to own your seat at the table of abundance. It's time to bring others with you, to stand as a living example that limitations are illusions and that faith is the currency of miracles. That is the life you are stepping into, and I promise you, once you embrace it, you'll wonder how you ever lived any other way. Even your relationships will transform under this new consciousness. People drawn into your orbit will either rise to meet your frequency or naturally drift away. When that happens, do not mourn. Recognize it as part of the recalibration. You have outgrown the confines of your old identity, and not everyone is ready for the altitude of your new vantage point. But those who choose to come with you will celebrate your rise, and together you weave a tapestry of collective empowerment. This is bigger than just you receiving blessings. This is about co-creating a world where generosity, wisdom, and compassion lead the way. When enough chosen ones come together in the energy of unstoppable abundance, the entire planet shifts. It's like adding brilliant rays of light until the darkness simply cannot remain. Stay aware, beloved soul, of the subtle cues guiding you, that nudge to apply for the dream job, the urge to share a new idea, the intuition that says it's time to move or time to rest. Each of these is part of the divine choreography of your life. Act on them swiftly, without hesitation, and watch how each small step ripples into major outcomes. Procrastination only delays your good. In the realm of the spirit, timing is everything. There's a perfect synchronicity that happens when you move in tandem with divine whispers. When your heart says go, you go. When it says wait, you wait. That is how you ride the wave of unstoppable blessings without drowning in it or missing it altogether. And as you learn to trust this cadence, you will find yourself in a state of miraculous flow more often than not. People will start to notice a new glow about you. They'll ask if you've changed your hair, your routine, or something else superficial. But the truth runs deeper. You are radiating with divine favor, bathed in the golden aura of your awakened mission. While others are chasing external validations, you are receiving confirmations from a higher realm that your steps are ordered, that your path is blessed, that your future is already secure. This inner knowing will keep you calm in the face of chaos, steady in the midst of shaking, and joyful even when circumstances look challenging. Because you, chosen one, aren't living by circumstance anymore. You're living by divine decree. Yes, a divine gold rush has begun, and you, beyond any shadow of a doubt, are called to lead this movement of abundance. No more hiding. No more waiting for someone else to give permission. You are the permission. Your life is the evidence that when a soul commits fully to the path of faith, the entire cosmos cooperates. Money flows, opportunities align, relationships flourish, and spiritual wisdom grows. This is how your world looks once you step into your rightful place. If you're ready, truly ready, then let these words sink into your spirit. I am the chosen one, destined to unlock a wave of unstoppable blessings. I lead with love, faith, and unwavering hope. My life is a beacon of the divine gold rush, lighting the path for countless others. Now breathe that in, feel it taking root. As you anchor yourself in these truths, do not be surprised if everything around you rearranges to match your new vibration. Where you used to see walls, you'll see open doors. Where you used to hear no, you'll start hearing yes. And where you once felt uncertain, you will stand with the confidence of someone who knows the outcome is already secured. This is the hidden power of a heart aligned with destiny. It calls forth the resources, the people, and the breakthroughs at exactly the right time. You might call it a miracle, you might call it fate. But the simplest explanation is this: you have shifted into the role you were always meant to play. When the rightful heir reclaims the throne, the entire kingdom celebrates. Chosen one, you might be wondering how long this will take. The truth is, the timeline depends on your willingness to receive. The divine does not ration blessings. The only variable is how open your heart is to accept them. If you choose to release every shred of doubt, you could walk into extraordinary manifestations within hours or days. If you cling to old beliefs, it may take longer. But even then, the destiny doesn't go away. It patiently waits for you to awaken further. And each time you inch closer, you'll feel the momentum build, as if invisible hands are gently but firmly guiding you toward your golden inheritance. That is why daily reaffirmation of your chosen status is so vital. You're training your mind to align with the truth your soul already knows. So now we stand at a sacred crossroads. You have heard the call, you have felt the stirring, you have been reminded of who you really are. The only thing left is your decision to wholeheartedly embrace this divine gold rush and step into a life of unstoppable abundance. If your answer is yes, if your soul resounds with a triumphant "I am ready," then let it be known. Share this message, comment 777 with conviction, and reaffirm to yourself that you are unstoppable, unbreakable, and undeniably chosen. In doing so, you activate a chain reaction that will ripple through every corner of your life, pulling in miracles from every direction. Prepare, chosen one. Something massive is coming. This is only the beginning of the greatest transformation you have ever known. Because the magnitude of your calling simply cannot be contained in one breath or even in one message, we will pause here for a moment. But do not think this is the end. There is so much more unfolding, so many revelations still to come, so many treasures yet to be unveiled. You have barely scratched the surface of the abundance that awaits you. Take this pause to integrate, to let your spirit soak in the realization that a divine gold rush truly has begun in your life, and you, yes you, are leading the charge. So you stand there, heart pounding with anticipation, feeling the first rush of energy that signals your new destiny is already unfolding. There is a sense of wonder blooming inside you, an awareness that the story of your life has just acquired a deeper meaning. You look back on every tear shed, every battle fought, every lonely night, wondering if you were going to make it through. And all of it now feels as though it was preparing you for this moment. The signs have been there all along. Little sparks of hope in your darkest hours, and now those sparks are flaring into a mighty blaze. It's as though the entire universe has risen to its feet, applauding your courage and cheering for your imminent triumph. Take a moment to breathe, to let the magnitude of this wash over you, because it's no small thing to say yes to a divine gold rush. It is the kind of yes that rearranges the very atoms around you, that summons forth miraculous events you once believed could only happen to someone else. Somewhere deep inside, you've always known you were different. Not in a superficial way, but in the quiet certainty that your path was never meant to be ordinary. People have come in and out of your life, sometimes bringing lessons wrapped in pain, sometimes bestowing blessings dressed in unexpected forms, and each time you were shaped a little more. Even if you didn't see it at first, your spirit was being tempered like gold in the fire. You see, even gold in its natural state isn't always brilliant. It needs purification, it needs heat, it needs time. And that is precisely what has happened to you. The forging of your soul has been methodical, divinely orchestrated, so that now, when the moment is ripe, you can stand and lead with an authority you've earned through experience. There is nothing shallow or accidental about you. You have been prepared for greatness, piece by piece, ordeal by ordeal. In a world so often consumed by cynicism and fear, your faith is like a lighthouse on a stormy night, shining hope into the murk of self-doubt. That unwavering core, the knowledge that things are shifting for your highest good, is what keeps you standing when others collapse. And let me tell you, dear one, it is precisely that faith which unlocks the golden door of limitless possibilities. Faith is the currency of the unseen realm, the tender that heaven recognizes and multiplies. Every time you say, "I believe," the cosmos replies, "Then let it be so." If you haven't done so yet, cast your statement of faith into the comments by writing 777.pro. Proclaim it boldly, because by these simple acts, commenting, liking, subscribing, you are, in essence, declaring to every spiritual force that you are ready for the next chapter. It might seem trivial on the surface, but in the intangible dance of energy, every gesture has weight. Yes, your life is about to flourish in tangible ways, financially, relationally, emotionally, but the deeper truth is that this abundance isn't merely about collecting wealth or accolades, it's about alignment with your own divine purpose. Prosperity in the hands of someone aligned with love and wisdom becomes a tool for healing, for giving, for elevating, not just yourself, but the entire tapestry of people connected to you. You might find yourself suddenly receiving new business ideas, creative downloads, or spontaneous invitations that catapult you into unexpected realms of success. Do not shy away from these gifts. Too many of us sabotage blessings because we secretly doubt our worthiness. That time is over. The divine gold rush does not discriminate or hold back from a heart that is truly open. If you remain open, it will pour forth blessings in such magnitude that you'll realize scarcity was always an illusion. Perhaps you've seen glimpses of this reality before. Moments when money or opportunities arrived out of nowhere, or times when you felt a wave of inexplicable peace and assurance. Those were previews, trailer scenes of what is to become your new normal. The difference now is that you are not just stumbling upon these moments, you are consciously stepping into them. You are partnering with the currents of grace instead of resisting them. You're deciding that lack has no place in your story, that worry and fear have served their purpose but must now vacate your life. It's as though a cosmic switch has flipped, and what used to be locked away is now in plain view, ripe for the taking. Chosen one, do you feel that resonance in your soul? That quiet thrill that says, finally, it's my time? Because it is. All you have to do is dare to claim it. Now, let's talk about the pitfalls that sometimes appear once the gold begins to surface. Understand that even in the midst of unstoppable blessings, there can be what appears to be confusion, unexpected changes in your circle of friends, or challenges that test your resolve. These are not signs that you're on the wrong path, quite the contrary. They're confirmations that you're uprooting old foundations. Imagine a house being renovated. Dust flies, walls may come down, but the end result is a grander space filled with new possibilities. Similarly, in your personal renovation, old limiting beliefs and relationships that no longer serve you might crumble. It is a natural process. Honor it by letting go of what must be released and nurturing the fresh sprouts of new beginnings. Keep speaking life over your journey. Keep reaffirming your destiny. Keep placing the symbolic 777 in the spaces you inhabit, online or off, as a reminder that you walk in the frequency of miracles. Remember, you're not doing this in isolation. There are other chosen ones too, countless souls waking up to their own summons from the divine. You might not know them personally, but feel them in spirit. That sense of belonging you've yearned for, that search for others who understand what burns within you. That's part of the global awakening happening right now. As you embrace your blessings openly, you become a beacon for others, and your bravery gives them permission to dream bigger too. There is no competition in the realm of true abundance. The more you and your fellow chosen ones rise, the more the entire collective ascends. Think of it like an orchestra, each instrument contributing its unique sound to create an awe-inspiring symphony. Your role is vital, and as you play your part, others find the courage to play theirs. Have you noticed that certain synchronicities are happening more often? Maybe you've been thinking of a friend and they call you out of the blue, or you've dreamed of a particular goal and the perfect resource lands in your inbox. This is not mere coincidence. It's the shifting of your energetic blueprint. You're entering a corridor of alignment where it becomes normal for everyday events to carry deeper meaning. Instead of brushing off these occurrences, celebrate them. Each one is like a love note from the universe, confirming that you're on the right track. The more you notice them, the more they multiply, Gratitude serves as a magnet, pulling in even greater wonders. So when something small yet magical unfolds, pause. Say, "Thank you, Divine Source. I see what you're doing, and I'm ready for more." Watch the pace of miracles accelerate. That's the thrilling thing. Once you taste the sweetness of living in this frequency, you'll never want to revert to the old ways of stress and striving. It's like upgrading from a flickering candle to a radiant floodlight. Why would anyone choose to go back to darkness? Granted, there might be days when external circumstances tempt you to worry, to slip back into old fears, but even then, you'll find those fears cannot hold on to you the way they once did. You've grown, you've expanded, and your spirit recognizes that the illusions of lack have no true power over you. In those moments, reaffirm the truth. I am chosen, I am abundant, and I am leading a new era of prosperity. Let that truth wash away every doubt. Over time, this becomes second nature, an unshakable perspective that sees solutions where others see problems. Now, if you ever wonder how you'll manage all this new abundance, financially or otherwise, know that the same source that provides will also instruct you in stewardship. Wisdom is part of the blessing. Where before you might have been confused about how to handle money or opportunities, you'll begin to receive nudges and insights. Maybe you'll be guided to read a particular book on financial management or to consult with a mentor who appears at just the right moment. Follow those prompts. Prosperity that is nurtured with wisdom grows exponentially. And remember, as your resources increase, so does your capacity to do good, to uplift, to invest in others' dreams as well. Let giving be part of your lifestyle, not out of obligation, but from the overflow of your heart. That generosity will never deplete you, it will multiply. One of the most magical aspects of stepping into your destiny is seeing the ripple effect on your relationships. You'll notice a shift in the types of people you attract, those who resonate with your new frequency. Visionaries, healers, truth seekers will effortlessly find their way to you. Conversations will become richer, collaborations more potent, friendships more meaningful. At the same time, those who thrive on drama, negativity, or a victim mindset may fall away. Bless them and let them go without guilt. They have their own path. You are simply choosing a different trajectory, one that soars far above the storms. And if by chance some do follow your lead, you'll witness transformations you once believed impossible, because remember, your example is powerful. People are watching you more closely than you realize, drawing inspiration from your courage even if they never openly admit it. You might be asking, how do I stay grounded while all this is happening? The answer is simple but profound: daily communion with the divine. This can be prayer, meditation, writing in a journal, or simply walking in nature and letting your heart pour out gratitude. In that sacred space of connection, you anchor yourself to the source of all abundance. You are reminded that every new wave of prosperity is not random or precarious, but a direct result of your alignment with a higher will. In that place of stillness, illusions dissolve, guidance becomes clear, and your confidence is renewed. Prioritize this time the same way you would prioritize a vital appointment, because it is. It's an appointment with destiny. Now let me return to the concept of the divine gold rush so you fully grasp its significance. In historical gold rushes, people risked everything, crossing treacherous landscapes, leaving families behind, venturing into hostile territories, just for a chance to pan a few nuggets of precious metal. Many found fortune, but many others found heartbreak. In this divine gold rush, the only real risk is refusing to believe in the treasure that is already inside you. Instead of crossing brutal deserts, you traverse the terrain of your own mind, sweeping away limiting thoughts to reveal the shimmering brilliance of your innate power. The reward is far more profound than gold dust. It's a life of alignment, joy, creativity, service, and ever-expanding wealth, material, emotional, and spiritual. Every day you choose faith over fear, authenticity over pretense, and love over bitterness. You're mining the gold of your soul. To fully engage with this gold rush, you must also be willing to stand as a leader. That might sound intimidating, but leadership here isn't about a fancy title or formal position. It's about being the first in your circle to break old patterns, the first to dream bigger, the first to believe in miracles when everyone else sees only chaos. You carry the torch of possibility, showing that transformation isn't just an empty promise but a lived reality. This can feel lonely at times, especially when you look around and see doubt in the eyes of those you love. But remember, at one time you might have doubted too. Compassion is key. Lead by example. Prove through your life that the divine gold rush is real, unstoppable, and inclusive. Anyone can join, but it takes the courage to stand apart from the crowd. At least for a while. So yes, claim your abundance, your dreams, your rightful inheritance in the cosmic order, but do it with a heart that remains ever open, ever humble, ever ready to help another soul awaken. Because your greatest joy will come not just from the blessings you gather, but from the blessings you share. Imagine the day when you look around and see dozens, no hundreds of people you've inspired or mentored, each carrying their own golden flame of faith and abundance. This vision is not a fantasy, it's your calling. Each step you take in that direction is a step closer to a collective awakening that can reshape communities, nations, and generations. Let's pause for a breath. Let that sink into your spirit. You, the one who felt overlooked or cast aside in certain seasons, are being invited to spark a movement. You, who sometimes questioned whether your life had any grand purpose, are being shown that your purpose is grander than you ever imagined. This is the core of being a chosen one, surrendering to a destiny so vast that it both excites and humbles you. You will have moments when you're in awe of how quickly things can change, moments when tears of gratitude flood your eyes because you sense the magnitude of grace at work. And in those moments, you'll realize that every hurt, every tear, every setback was used to refine your resilience, to elevate your compassion, to sharpen your focus. None of it was wasted. All of it was forging the unstoppable you. At times you may be tempted to look around at the chaos in the wider world, political turmoil, economic fluctuations, social unrest, and wonder how it's possible to experience a divine gold rush in the midst of it all. Understand that the storms outside are often catalysts for deeper awakening. Precisely because things seem uncertain, hearts become receptive to higher truths. When the world's systems shake, many discover that the real stability must come from within, and that is why your role is crucial right now. By anchoring yourself in a higher consciousness, you show others that peace and prosperity are not dependent on external conditions, but on spiritual alignment. That doesn't mean you ignore injustice or hardship. It means you address them from a higher vantage point, drawing on wisdom and resources beyond human limitation. Your presence in times of crisis can be a balm to those who have never witnessed someone who carries genuine hope. That's how you, as a chosen one, serve on a grand scale. Even if your actions seem small in the world's eyes. Maybe you're also wondering, how do I communicate this new reality to people close to me? Honestly, sometimes words aren't enough, because what's happening to you is beyond normal logic. You'll be better off demonstrating through your life. Let your decisions, your calm energy, and your tangible results speak volumes. Let them see how gracefully you navigate obstacles, how quickly you bounce back from setbacks, how effortlessly miracles seem to manifest around you. Eventually, curiosity will lead them to ask, "What's your secret?" Then you can gently share, "I've stepped into a divine gold rush, and it's available for everyone who's ready." At that point, your words will carry an authenticity that no argument can refute, because you are living proof of what you proclaim. But occasionally your old self might surface, the self that wonders if this is too good to be true. When that happens, don't condemn yourself. Smile and say, I understand why you're afraid, but we're on a new path now. It's safe for us to believe. Wrap that doubt in gentle understanding. Fear dissolves in the presence of a compassionate heart. As you love even the parts of yourself that resisted growth, you become a master at transmuting lower energies into higher frequencies. This self-compassion forms an unshakable foundation for the unstoppable blessings to keep pouring in. You no longer sabotage your own progress because every layer of you, past, present, and future, is embraced under the canopy of love. And what about the legacy you'll leave behind? Consider that your choices now ripple far into the future. Each time you follow a divine nudge, each time you stand in faith, you're planting seeds that may sprout into unimaginable blessings for those who come after you. Your children, your grandchildren, or even strangers on the other side of the planet who are touched by your example. Time is fluid in the spiritual sense. Acts of faith today can open doors for someone else decades or even centuries later. Think of the visionaries and saints of old whose faith-filled lives still inspire millions. By stepping fully into your chosen role, you join their ranks, becoming a living testament that miracles are not relics of history, but a daily occurrence in the life of one aligned with divine truth. Feel your heart expanding as you grasp that your journey is in many ways just beginning. You may have lived a certain number of years on this earth, but spiritually you are crossing a threshold into a realm where age is irrelevant and possibilities are endless. This realm is not reached by physical strength or mental cunning, but by a sincerity of heart that says, I trust in the goodness of the divine. Such trust is the key that flings wide the gates of boundless supply, where you don't have to hustle anxiously, but rather co-create joyfully with the highest power. This is not complacency or laziness. It's a dynamic dance of willingness, where you do your part with excellence and the universe meets you more than halfway, turning your efforts into multiplied returns.